We have Soul Guard with torches, pair of helical crystallises. That's such a strong start. It's ridiculous. Torches and 2 Ragey Imps. Urchin Spines with helical crystallis. Plating Sealed Daedalus. Scourge. BDSM Birds or Scourge Bird Archers. And Seraph of Sapage. I don't like Seraph of Sapage. We take Hellbong or Frostbite-ish. Both of these solve the Hellbong solves the early circles a lot better, and late circles and top floor birds. So let's just go with that. Cold Channel versus Titan Channel. Rainworld one. But yeah, if you want to type that in. Thank you, thank you. I wonder if you go Cold Channel, but with the idea of, like, because I don't want to have phased, right? Because the problem is if you get locked into phased, the Cold Channel's tough though. So without healing, it's bad, but it's a really good boss finisher, right? Because you just need to incant like if you incant 10 times, boss hits you 3 times. Like the early bosses hit you 3 times, and they gain 30 frost. That's a lot of frost. But having a unit that does nothing for all of combat until they get hit, or if they get hit by a sweeper, it's so hard. But we've got torches, so we can ping ourselves for 1 hit. I'm going to try it. We put him behind a tank. Now we don't have to ping ourselves in the first couple fights because of Hellbong. And it is one advantage for spikes is that we don't hit the spikes. We don't want spikes though because Hellbong hits the spikes. And that's guaranteed a lot of damage that we don't want to take. And I'm pretty sure we can't kill anything else. Maybe I did want him to hit us, since he's only doing 2 damage. If he'll go down to below 30, we'll take 1 hit. I think we did want to get hit there. No, probably not. So we missed the trial and the collector. And this comes down to what we think we... Do we want to go for action or do I want to try and kill something? I think we're going to get the kill anyway. Okay, well, armor does work with him. Because we can incant armor him up. I don't know if that means we can put him in the front line. Hey, Ultravino. The problem is that the Guardian Stone is not a banner unit. But with a Guardian Stone, you can start pinging your own Soul Guard. If you get one. It's not good, though. Send is reasonable. But really, I want to get Action Soul Guard, so he can be doing something. Mainly because Stage 2 of this Soul Guard doesn't increase your Frost. Which sucks. like it does. It just sucks. Also Shade Wings. How are we doing with Shade Wings? Quick something. I think is we don't actually have to deal with Shade Wings if they never hit us because of Hellbong. That's never gonna. How do you bypass them? We get two. Here's the dumbest plan, right? We just get a couple of hidden passages on holdover and just keep popping the Shade Wings off the first floor to die to Hellbong, and then we only have to deal with heavies. That seems really bad. That seems like a really awful plan. And we have no currency to do anything with. He's going to take 15 and then another 15 from Hellbong and a shot of Frost, so he's dead. That was a misplay. His 5 damage to generate a Frost does more damage than his 8 damage to generate a Frost. Hey, Mr. Khan. Well, Master Khan, you haven't seen Hellbong. The vapor funnel. It dazes the enemies when they go into the pyre room. Which is really good for when Seraph drops units on the top floor, because you can just let them walk up and die. And in the early game, because stuff dies. We want a Crypt Builder. We get a lot of it. We've got the powers. Yeah, so they just walk up there stunned and take a free shot in the face. It does cost you 5 pyre damage, but people look at this and go, oh, this is bad, your pyre damage is lower. But you're not actually doing 5 less damage. You do 30 damage. Like normally they hit you once, you do 20. Now they go up there, you get 15 in for the 0. They hit you once and you get another 15. So you've got an increase. In the very early game, before anything has enough hit points, it's quite easy to have a total less damage versus damage return, but you're probably dead if that's happening. Right? Yeah, and so I've heard of people misreading this as bad because you lose the 5 damage. So yeah, that's a poor way of looking at it. Well, so we should look at something for a little bit of damage somewhere else, maybe. Maybe some more stuff to go with Shark. I don't know if I want one of these guys. So let's not take one. I wonder if I'd rather just hit Incant Shark. I mean, I kind of would, but I don't want to be greedy either. I mean, I should have found a good unit. When you've got nothing to multi-strike because you've got trash. You're welcome, dude. That's what I'm here for. I get 5 copies of Totem. That seems dumb. If I'd upgraded Shark more, I'd just take more copies of Shark. I'd probably still just take more copies of Shark. Daedalus. These guys are going to get enough frosted. They'll probably die to bong. Yeah, let's leave them. I think I could have even pinged that guy. They're all going to die. Yep. So usually, I think by here they won't need extra damage. Well, I don't want to put Stuart's down because I do want to put the other shark up there. Well, I could start ascending sharks and having, because I've got one shark too many. This little combo with Incant Dude works because getting a bit of extra armor on Soul Guard, like we're dealing in a... You put 3 hits of 13 Frost on Daedalus. It's a large chunk of Frost. Definitely won't be taking any units. Kind of fine with capacity. Yeah. Draw's good too. Let's just take draw. So now I don't think I need to take action Shoal Guard. Could be good for heavies though. Probably worth taking. We definitely want to get rid of Stuarts though. They're a dead draw every time. The big question is, are we duping another shark? Is that a Shiva or a Shiva? So it looks like we're getting our revenge on. And this is, I think this is probably the worst upgrade out of the heroes. The fact that his active ability doesn't get increased, you just get more hit points. And because we've set him up as a backline unit, which I think you need to do, or just have a hyper-aggressive frontline unit normally, especially for Daedalus. I just don't see how you can have him as a tank for Daedalus. So you've got to protect him, which means you need to get a tank for Daedalus. And now that we've got tanks, we don't need him to be a tank. He's just a useless backline. Shiva. Okay. Can see that. Is school acceptable in that regard? Like, do they fall under the banner of that since they are fish, right? Hey Paul, how you doing, man? I'm still not taking Titan Channel, but I just want to... I don't know if I take... Yeah, like a school of sharks. Because it's a school of fish, right? I don't even know if sharks are fish. Whales aren't. Whales are mammals, right? Are sharks mammals or are sharks fish? Sharks are fish, right? They got gills. What if I go for a Guardian Stone here? I'd probably need capacity if I want to have 2 Guardian Stones. We just keep sharking up. Like really well evolved fish. Aw. Oh, Frenzy. I've heard Frenzy before. That sounds a little scary, though. Okay, you're going to get hellbonged. And you're going to die, so I'd prefer to put that there, since he's dying anyway. I need to get that made cheaper. Even for 50. You can take 10 and 19, 25, 35, 44. I need to hit him with one of those. I can't hit that guy with one of them, so I may as well go for this. That's fine. Let's go ahead and remove that idiot in case I need... Oh, then I can do that. There we go. Look at that. I'm using the revenge path. Why so many things in front of the champ? It's a really good question. So the plan was to hopefully get the action as a secondary, but it wasn't offered. I got offered Titan Channel for a second time, which meant I could never get action if I take it. And I already had the Shark plan in play. The other thing too is the Sharks have more health than Solgard, so if I was taking that, if I was tanking with him right now, he'd already be dead. And so at the moment he's more of just killing bosses. It's not ideal. What I really want to do and risk it is lift the Shark right now though. And then maybe we get another one because we do have 3, but we might not get it. And if we don't get it, then I'll be upset that I did lift it. What I can do here is though... I can get a couple incants off here. I can't remember what boss it was. I probably should have watched. It's a 1 incant, isn't it? We could kill off the Shark. That's probably worse. The monument seems off. Okay, so... yeah, okay. So yeah, I think putting the monument behind is probably a little better because then we stall on the bottom floor after putting Solgard's Frost in. So I think you're right. Having the monument behind is a little bit better as a boss killer. That's something that I can do next turn. So thanks for that. So I want to incant, but these are only 1 armor per incant, so we're actually losing health off a torch. But I still think it's better to... just to get Soul Guard's incants up. Oh, we did draw one. Can I kill him off though? No, I can't kill him off myself. How are we going here? That guy, it doesn't matter what happens with that guy. He's going up to 19 and 18. It's 37. And then take 25 is like 62. And then die. Next turn, so he's going to get 1 hit in. So right here, probably the best thing I can do, since double pinging's not going to help there, we'll ping Soul Guard. And that'll apply 8 frost and then 9 frost to everything. And yeah, having the totem behind would have meant I would have had an extra tick of the larger frost. Makes for a better boss killer, but this is what we're hoping to do now. The sharks now are just stalling. Because Soul Guard puts a lot of frost on in his return damage. I think also setting it up like that means we can effectively, hopefully, get Soul Guard enough armor by the time the shark goes down in regular combat. Instead of putting a shark in front of him again, now put Soul Guard at the front to be the actual tank. It's just really tough against the Shadewings because we definitely don't want Soul Guard to die. I don't want that. It costs 2 at a time where we're gonna... One, we need to have space to put our armor totem anyway. We don't have double incant or anything like that. And we're already getting AoE frost out. The only reason I'm considering Titan's Tooth is I don't want my shark getting hit by is for the 5 AoE. Not the frostbite for Shadewings. Oh, if you're joking, you should use the Kappa remote. Because I can't tell if someone's joking just from text. Sacrifice him's not awful, but I don't think it's good enough here. How you going, Borzo? What's going on, man? Let's get rid of these last 2 train stewards because we just can't play them. And we should start looking at making just whatever upgrades we want to these sharks. Large stone may be an exception, but not really. Like, they're just stalling for us. So any sort of health. Huh, do we put an endless shark somewhere? I think the endless shark's probably a little silly. Most of the decks you get rid of Stewards first? Yeah. So the reasons to keep Stewards around is if you have extra energy from any source. So or for like a Forever Flame artifact, which makes units cost less than 2. And you have a space where you can put them. That way you can just put them somewhere to die. You only have to play them once and they're out of your deck that fight. Because if you're going to remove a card, then remove a card that's not doing anything. Sometimes it could be a torch. Like in this fight, we're using the torches, but something like a foregone power, maybe, or maybe even imps. Probably not a good, because we can fit the imps, but it could be one of the starter cards that you don't want to use, and that way it makes the fight go better. But because the Stuarts cost 1 to play, and if, like in this case, I've taken draw, I don't have the energy to put them down, and I definitely don't have the space. And I don't like the idea of taking Spell Shield, because I'm using those. I'm using spells just to finish off heavies, so I won't take that trap. So I don't want to kill this guy with the Crypt Builder. We want him to hit into us because that generates frost that will add on to this tank. Which sucks because it means I don't get an incant. But we're okay with that. Plus, he'll hit harder. So, it's even worse. Yeah, so Stuart's at, like for me right now, they're blights. So they're definitely a reason to get rid of them. Is he going to hit that guy at least? He's going to get armor if he hits that guy. I might want to just ping myself. Are we going to be killing him anyway? Oh man, we're going to have to calc this out. Let's not. Let's just do this. Kill that guy now. He was just there for the collector, and turns out we didn't need him. I think it's worth taking back up with the large shark. I can't do that though. Because what if I don't draw the large shark until turn 4? Then Soulguard sits down there without a large shark. So you're running a huge gamble there for something else. That's the thing, like you're taking it for a case where I do draw first. But what happens on all the cases where I don't draw it first? So, whereas draw will always serve a good function. I never really. Did you spend all your suds? That's alright, man. You'll get more. I mean, ultimately, I think this is going to take some sort of miracle to get through. It's just not performing. But, you know, see a 5 times dupe event, take a 5 times dupe event, right? Right. We have got this Il Palazzo 20. I hope I didn't butcher your name too badly. Thank you so much for gifting a sub to Reginald's Ghost. Welcome, Reginald's Ghost. Much love, dude. Appreciate the support. Yeah, 5 times dupe. Had to be a 5 times dupe. So I'm just having a look here. We're going to be trying to kill this guy. He's going to go up to 10 frost and then hit here, take 25, so it's 35, and then take 9 frost. So 34. So I think, is 50 going to be enough to kill him? He's on 91 at the moment. Minus 34 is 60. No. So he needs to have an Urchin Spines if I want to kill him. Or I can kill that guy, but we might get that guy in the next turn. I think it's worth. Although, hang on. No, we can hit him with that, and okay, let's do this. I'm pretty sure if we just hit him with that and that, that'll be enough, right? That'll be 50, so we have to get through 41. If I hit, yeah, okay, let's do this. Right. Put that there, so we don't need as big a spell, maybe. 16 and 15 and 25 is dead, and you go there, and that should be fine. Is it Reginald's Ghost or Reginald S Ghost? I'm going to go with Reginald's Ghost. I think it was Reginald S Ghost. Oh, but the S in the Ghost isn't capitalized. Now that's the hot question now. Why are you like this? 16 and 15 is 31, and that is 51. Except it's going to be 19 and 18. 19 and 18 is 37, right? That's 57, 62. We're not getting through all of that. And then another hit is 87. Okay, so we don't need to touch him. So let's do this. Of course you would. Of course you would get rid of that one. Jerk. So we didn't get a lot of incants this time around. I was spending too much mana chasing enemies that we leaked, and that's the biggest problem. This is trouble? No, this is fine. It's dead. It's not even close. So that's 3 hits. 52, let's go with that. So we kill bosses really well. Yeah, Giswiki, the Spine's Helical Top did prevent damage entirely. Didn't we prevent damage entirely anyway? I think we did on that guy. Which left me with the Spines on the next one. I did? Okay, cool. I don't think I had anything worth drawing with the Spines on the next one anyway, and a second Helical would have done it anyway, I think, but... Taze is really bad here. Ice Storm's not going to get the treatment it needs. I just need to get -1s on those, man. I've got -1s I need to spend on a lot of stuff. I can't be doing this. Yeah, so I probably didn't need the Spines on the second guy, but I think it's still best practice to sort of work through that. We have to be doing stuff to spells. Oh, Founding Seal's really nice. We've got double incant now on our totem and on Soulguard, so his Frost Channel's really good. We start pinging Soulguard now for neutral. And then he puts out a lot more frost than Frost Shark. So almost want to make the torches cost 0. Almost. Actually, torches costing 0 is really strong, because once the even without the armor totem, that's a it's 3 damage from a shark, and then after we've hit shark twice, hitting Soul Guard starts putting like 4 and then 6, 8, 10 frost out, and once those numbers are doubled if so we'll take the biggest shark now, the biggest Soul Guard shark now. I could almost see getting rid of these. Cuddlebeard would help a lot, yeah. Like, we pretty much want to be pinging ourselves. So 0 cost torches kind of makes sense. So we can play shark and ping early. We can still keep a crypt builder because of how we discard. I'm actually doing that. I wonder if late game we need that, but yeah. Again, the problem here is the expense. Like at 2 mana, but we want to be drawing. Like we just want to be drawing through cards. It's Sap Seraph. So the biggest issue is the Shade Wings. Hey, Timo, there's a lot of shark boys. We're going to need them, though. They're going to die. Like, they're going to get killed repeatedly. The biggest issue is when they only half get killed. I wonder if we hold over a torch. Or hidden passage. Maybe that is the play, just hidden passage, just keep hidden passaging them up. Might not be bad to have one. We have a rally and a... What's the other one? A resolve one? What's the... Hellhorned Harvest and thing. Okay, it's not too bad. The rally one kind of poop, but nothing's attacking. Actually, the rally one's fine, right? Yeah. Not the large one. It's a harvest one. Okay. The frost going up here because of the ping. Hey Methos, how you doing, man? It's only harvest on my units, yeah. Let's put that there. Right, we don't need to ping ourselves anymore because that's enough frost to kill that guy, right? So we can just ping that guy. And build up incant and get a little armor. I want to put as much frost as possible in here. Yeah, so right there, we just put like 80 frost on him at the start of the fight. And he's up to 270 now. It's just ridiculous pace. Yeah, and again, I want to draw. I want to be able to get around there, get the sharks in the deck, like lift the sharks, get more in, cycling through the deck fast. Just plus it, like any cards that we can't take out that are like blights that aren't doing us any damage. You know, you do see them more often, but it means your hands aren't as bad those times that you draw them. This is a really tough choice. We don't need a lot of health. We're only missing 9 health, so that's effectively only 9 hit points. Getting -1s on some key cards is really strong. Removing 2 cards so we don't draw through them as much is also really strong. Some upgrades on the sharks, kind of okay. Money, kind of okay. It was an armor totem. Yeah, Ember's good, but we can make the stuff we want to play cost 0. And if we're going to cycle round to it more often, then we can play the other cards that cost 1 and those ones anyway. Yeah, next ring. Plus the cavern could do something. Next ring we have money and a vortex with a hell vent, which seems strong, plus a merchant of magic. So that seems like a really strong one. So we're going to get a -1 there. We'll get a removal and a dupe maybe, and maybe trinket. I think this way is good. I think if we get the deck really lean, we might get something for a shark here. We're almost never playing the Crystallis. Like, it feels like that's just not getting played. The Crypt Builder can sometimes get played on its own. I'm happy to removing these. They did some stuff early. They helped out. I'm going to go ahead and put that on the armor totem. And then it can soak some hits afterwards. Putting it on a shark is... If I'd gotten that on one of the early sharks, like that would have been insane if I'd gotten that on these sharks. But we know we're putting... Hopefully we're putting it on the bottom floor with Soul Guard. We kind of need to. But if the bottom floor is fine and that sits behind Soul Guard, it'll armor up and then be able to soak... Because it'll get 3/6 armor and incant now. So it'll be able to delay Seraph a little bit. Not a lot. But just a little bit. We'll definitely put a second one on it. Right, and let the Soul Guard's massive amount of frost tick over. Might loop the totem, not sure. No nickname idea. Thanks so much for the sub, dude. Much love, man. How you doing? Let's just put some health on a shark. We go large on another shark, or we could save for an ink. So this is interesting. Large stone on another shark is kind of cool. These get a little bit harder to play. Oh, and what we'll do now is we'll throw in an imp, I think. Yeah, so that's the thing. Cuddlebeard is kind of strong. Hellhorned rare. Let's have a look. Hellhorned and Stygian rares. I love that you can go to the logbook in-game here. So good. Hellhorned rares that are good for us here. Alloy of Ancients. Enforce, maybe, but probably not. I think that's probably the best option then. Or we just get paid 10 gold to remove an imp. Let's just get paid 10 gold to remove an imp, I think is better. Yeah, one horns. Trash, would that be right now? Yeah, Siren Song could have been an option. I could see that. So now we definitely want the 2 Frostbite. Action is kind of interesting because we do a lot of incanting. So that's some damage to a frontline unit. But the way we're dealing with our Frost at the moment, I want to get as much into the double heavy lane. But originally the plan was to take 2 actions. So we're not going to be having the gold. So the thing is, if we don't take the trial, can we afford a Cuddlebeard anyway? What do we get, like 100 gold from this fight? If we get the Collector, we can. Whereas if we spend the Largestone Shark, we have to take the trial to buy Cuddlebeard. And Largestone's kind of iffy to play. Like, it really limits getting it down. Might just leave that then. It might be a doable challenge, but if it's not, then... Okay, so 5 spikes is not a doable challenge. Mainly because of our pyre hitting everything. Is it? I don't think it is. I'm always too quick to judge. But I could be wrong. And I'd rather just admit that I could be wrong instead of just sticking with it and going, we could have done that. So Conduit Masters has this guy, right, who grants multi-strike, who we don't kill. So we're going to deal with that anyway. So he's irrelevant for the trial. And he will definitely be dead because he only has 6 health. So they won't be dealing multi-strike when they get to the top. The Gilded Wings have 190 hit points. And we don't hit into any of them ourselves. So that's not a worry. It's only the Pyre that's doing any damage. The first row has a Shield Guy and a Gilded Wing. The next one only has a Gilded Wing. The next one only has a Gilded Wing. And the last two only have Gilded Wings. So there's only one unit per floor that's going to have the spikes. But unfortunately, it's the first wave that hits twice. Hey, Arrow, how you doing, man? I'm pretty sure we can. It just depends how much we think we can leak and deal with it. Mainly because the first two, like, so normally this dude's not a threat, but that's a big threat. Like 5 spikes at that sort of health. But we should be fine. And also lifting him hurts us, right? Because, you know, he goes straight through the spikes. And we don't have armor on bottom floor. I don't think we need it for this fight, because it's not as damage intense. Large Shark hitting into spikes on second floor is good though, because that's an extra thing of frost that's going to apply there. It was living armor though, wasn't it? So we do have to be aware of that. I'm starting to think maybe Large Shark here was bad. Because getting Guardian Stone there. Guardian Stone's not going to get much armor. He might get some here and there. Or we might focus on him at the top floor. Buff up the other sharks. Because we're going to be lifting up into him anyway, right? Let's have a look at what sort of shape we're in. We might be able to sneak a Crypt Builder as well. That's not too bad. Okay, here's where we want to be doing some big damage to ourselves. Right, so that guy's well and truly dead. So we can potentially kill this guy with a Crypt Builder, maybe. It does trigger some armor as well, which is nice for those guys. But that only saves us... Like, he's taking 16... That's going to be taking 19 and 18, so 37 damage. So he's dying to the first hit of the pyre. So we're only taking 5 return damage from him. So hitting him with a crit builder is not really helping. Except for maybe some armor. Whereas hitting him with a crit builder is actually doing something. Oh, Solguard's taking a little bit of it. Solguard, you okay there, buddy? Solguard. Solguard? Okay, we might have to change plan here, but I think we get enough frost out that Solguard should be fine here. Yeah, maybe move Solguard. Okay, let's... Okay, before we do, since we don't need to put any more frost into that guy... a bit more frost in that guy, though, could be okay. Because the pyre's going to hit him first. I don't think we get enough frost into that guy for it to matter. Do I need to hit him again? He's going to be hitting a shark anyway. 50... Okay, let's go again. We could have done this first, I guess. No, I think top floor was better for that one, just for the incant. I don't think it matters. So this is where it gets interesting. No, we want Solguard. We actually want Solguard to be as close to the front as possible because he does very little attack. He's going to do nothing by the time he gets to him. But because it's living armor, we want him getting hit first to put that frost on at the start. Like, if I could, I'd drop him now. And we don't want to kill this guy yet. We want him hitting twice every turn to apply more frost before the frost starts ticking on him. And we want to rank up Solguard as high as possible. I don't think it's going to matter here, but that's where it's going to matter the least. $36 incant might be enough. There we go. Oops. Might have actually been bad. I shouldn't have done that. I had a red X. I wonder if I should have been taking that Titan's Tooth back before for Shade Wings. Because there's going to be a lot of shark death. I wonder if that's the play. 2 -1s on a Titan Tooth and duping that. I think that is fine. I don't want any of that though. Precious Plating is a maybe. A reroll is kind of something I definitely want to do. Holdover on the Titan's Tooth or 2 with -1. The problem with the holdover is if we bottom deck it, I'm probably duping it anyway, right? We just need to get one of them. I think that's a better play. Even at 2 cost, the fact that it's like there's the Shade Wings just kill the sharks in 1 turn. How long can we afford to keep replacing the shark for? The biggest issue is when it doesn't kill a shark, it leaves it on like 10 health, because then Soulguard dies. Or we deliberately set Soulguard up on 2nd floor. I mean, that's an option. In which case, then do I even need a Titan's Tooth? I do, because I run out of... I do, because if otherwise we run out of sharks. Yeah, the other option is hold over and ascend. Kind of. It solves a different problem. I think we're holding over the Titan's Tooth, duping it, ignoring one of them for the fight. I mean, and they could also get thrown with foregone powers. So that's the dupe. Now we either take the pyre damage or reroll because we won't have enough money for both. And I think if we can last, we won't need the Cuddlebeards. And I'm not going to reroll because I don't want to see. Like, because I don't want to see. Torches are too valuable here. And because the Titan Tooth's a plan, I think the Crypt Builder's a throw. Alright, so we just don't want to see it. Which means I have nothing to purge. No, I want to get rid of and I don't really want to be getting rid of the foregone powers. So do we take something else? The chance on spell weakness is dumb, it doesn't do anything. I don't think the friendly units go, and I don't have 210. Show us the Cuddlebeard gift? No. Wait, I got a -1. Let's go here. Okay, since we don't have any big spells, the Sea Urchin's Purge is fine, because that's basically a draw in the first cycle, and then there would be one other one if we really want to. Probably one foregone power is fine then. You want me to show it? Okay, this is for chat. Yes. I made the right play. Hey Vano, yeah, it's a 5 times dupe, and it's such a this deck doesn't deserve to win. Oh wow! Oh, we didn't get it either. We didn't get armor down the bottom, but wow. Do we roll second floor for this? Like, we have no 0 bottom floor advantage, right? Except for frost time on Seraph, but does it matter? Like, that's the thing. Like, is it going to matter? I think rolling early frost on these guys. No, let's just do it like this. Let's. Hey, old fart, how you doing today? Like, this is just dumb now. Like, it's dumb. And I'm okay with it. Seraph's gonna spread the love around everywhere. We're gonna try and hit a free Titan's Tooth. And when we don't, we play one. The first heavy is gonna be the toughest one to kill. We took 11. It doesn't. Your suds count doesn't tick up anymore. Uh-oh. Or maybe it's slower. Maybe you miss a lot of bonuses or something. I don't know. Don't know. Do we have a lift required here? No. So this is Soul Shark. We're with Hellhorned, where we're torching ourselves. Hey Valkyrie, how you doing? So these guys are going to die, which is good. The sharks aren't quite holding too well, but that's okay. We're going to try and score a free sentry. Do we try to? Let's do this one. You look like you need some health, so let's cover you up a little bit there. See if we can land it. Oh, didn't land it. Alright, now Shark will die this turn to to heavies, but not to Shadewing, so this is okay. Can we get another Shark in somewhere? We can't get a free one in anyway, so we'll play that. Do we draw one next turn? Well, we might not. Uh-oh. Well, thankfully, though, now, priority draw is only for the first turn through the deck. So that's all fine. This is all well and good. He'd only take 11 damage. I wonder if I think we should sit here, right? Because we're going to use the Titan's Tooth. So we can armor up here, or we can launch him and armor up here and try to put a bunch of armor in the Sharks. No, we don't want the armor totem to tank. We want the armor to go here, because Soulguard doesn't do any damage if he doesn't get hit to Seraph. So the armor totem tanking for Seraph just kills off an armor totem. But we can have 3 turns of armoring up Soulguard for Seraph, but I don't know if that's necessary. Yeah, and these guys are making Seraph waste turns. The only downside is if we draw an Ascend next turn, we can't lift a Shark. I can lift one of those and put a Shark there. So I think that says we put that there. We can play all of these cards for no cost. He's going to die, so I don't need to damage Soulguard with him. I can just go like this. And this. And like that. So we're going to have to throw the Titan's Tooth anyway. He dies, which is sad. We play a Shark. There. We ping ourselves. And Titan's Tooth? No. Okay, so this is interesting. It's whether we want to ping ourselves an extra time to put an extra application of 50 on, versus having a Shark that'll stall for 2 turns, and I think that's probably better. At any rate, we're throwing the Titan's Tooth. It's probably not going to matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, apparently, like, so he's going to apply 200 frost to himself. This guy's going to put 200 frost on Seraph. Then Seraph's going to put another 150 frost on himself every turn. And that's I mean, sure, we've only got 60 hit points. but that 60 hit points is going to put on... Oh, 61. Oh, he's taking one of them. That sucks. Maybe should have lifted him. Yeah, each hit, and hitting by 3 times, is 54 frost. And that's how strong. That's where Soul Shark is strong. We're at 960 frost. Soul Shark. Without heals. I didn't think you could do it without heals, but I like that. I think that's cool. Nice one, Alpha. Chill victory. I think that's a really, really cool way. Cool. Oh my god. I find that's really interesting interaction. Totem killed Seraph, clearly MVP. Yeah. I think in one of the challenge runs this time around where I used Soul Shark, I think we got Seraph up to like 1400 frost. And it would have got higher because Soul Shark was still alive, but it killed Seraph. Yeah, the only damage unit we had was a shark that had a large stone. I honestly didn't think we'd get there. Like, before Arcus, I'm like, I don't know how we beat anything. I guess you just win. Just win, forehead.